Don't recommend it. Right. This is a book that I did with Jason called I Choose for Rhymes. I do have a couple of copies, should you desire one. A tenner. Right, this one, card machine. This one's called Gainful Employment. It's about jobs and that. So, gainful employment. Putting in the hard graft, lifting and shifting. Some will craft while others are grifting. Some may accuse you of drifting because your story doesn't fit their scripting. They may even launch a diatribe against your lack of 9 to 5. Tell you that to stay alive, you must grind and scrimp and strive. Get a job, gainful employment. Worry not about enjoyment. Here's some possible deployments. Morticians spend all day with stiffs, so do porn stars if you catch my drift. Seismologists monitor rifts, bellhops pass the time in lifts. One role for Egyptologists is digging into hieroglyphs. Your stuff is taken by bailiffs, search and rescue go up cliffs. Marriage counsellors placate tiffs, rock stars play their biggest riffs. Barbers deal with trims and quiffs, rhinoplasticians that which sniffs. Perfumiers concoct nice whiffs. Let me just turn the page. Pope sits supreme betwixt pontiffs. Philosophers ponder what ifs. Someone's paid to roll Snoop Dogg's spliffs. Darth Vader, he served the Sith. Prince made music named as a glyph. Comedians, they deal in quips. Dominatrices with whips. Sailors ply their trade on ships. Dealers dispense dope and trips. Gymnasts, they get paid for flips. Botox clinicians filling lips. Fixers try to lessen blips. Mixologists invite your sips. Bedsellers promise good kips. Chicken shops flog wings and strips. Bra makers aim for well-housed nips. Bloods gang bang and fight with crips. Tailors, they attend to rips. Tech bros trade in microchips. Agony ants offer tips. Tree surgeons give branches clips. Plumbers solve unwanted drips. Pugilists utilise fists. Watchmakers, they adorn wrists. Paparazzi badge a VA list. Matchmakers engineer trysts. Dr. Pimple Popper, she drains cysts. Police arrest those who resist. PAs ensure meetings aren't missed. Urologists, they deal with piss. Ontologists, that which exists. This is no comprehensive list, but by now you must get the gist. No matter how much they insist, you're not tied down, you can resist. The notion you must stick, not twist. It's your life, do as you wish, because there's no second chance at this. I might even remember it. I'll just read it. This one is for anybody who's ever not a lovely venue like this with beautiful rugs and top quality food and drink, but this one is for anyone who's ever been to a Wetherspoons, and it's called Your Love Was Like a Wetherspoons Carpet. Your love was like a Wetherspoons carpet, unique to a particular space, and just like those pub rugs in question, your prettiness covered the trace of grime and emotional spillage, a multitude hidden within, a sticky dissimulative effort to conceal any number of sins. The patterns at first were appealing, seemed graceful and fresh to the eye, but they couldn't stop you revealing nature you tried to deny, well-trodden and bitter-sodden, strewn with a detrital mess. Like a Jacobite crushed at Culloden, you laid waste to the love you'd profess. Yes, your love was like a Wetherspoons carpet, on contact a lot less alluring, okay when considered at distance, but up close simply not worth enduring. Like a Wetherspoons carpet your love was, though there's one major difference, it's true. I'd feel bad spilling drinks on their threadwork, but I can't say the same about you. Thank you. That was,
Food is delicious and very cheap. I go
Agreed.
for fish and chips for £14. In other places you pay 24 and it's
she's not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. Fish and chips, other options also available.
Yes,
Burgers.
and for cake, Wetherspoons. You
Yeah, there we go. Wetherspoons
much.
advocacy.
Yes.
Excellent. Nice one, Lucy. Right. Yeah. On which note? So let's have a look. Do we have? Oh, okay. On the notice of things around eating and various places of where you can eat and the different types of food you can get. This one's called Ode to Dubious Issues, which is again about all of the shit places you may have gone and had something to eat or not. This rhyme recalls the down-at-heel diners and filthy food halls, the risible bistros with paint-peeling walls, the lugubrious eateries, germ-ridden gaffs, the dubious restaurants and grime-ravaged cafes. The place is so greasy you can lube up a nun with eggs over queasy and steaks overdone, where the hygiene is lacking, lack standards apply, the coffee's abysmal, the calories high, the bangers are flaccid and the mystery pie is served with a wink and unsavoury grin, a pastry roulette that may just do you in. To the drumstick still bloodied beneath breaded skin, the vinegary condiment sour and thin, the disgustingly gut-busting layers of spread slabbered on slabs of pappy white bread, to the mystery fish that's ostensibly cod, the flavourless gravy that's colour is odd, to the slurry of curries that offend the gut, the leathery burgers dispensed from a hut, to the dodgy Chinese with glutinous sauce and enough MSG for a year in each course, to the shocking salt levels and fearsome meat sweats, all served with a side of dyspeptic regret, a paean to places in forgotten towns whose greatest achievements not being shut down, to the ramshackle joints with washed out interiors who dispense complimentary bouts of listeria. Though it's true that these places may not be much fun, I've dined in and enjoyed the food from each one. Thank you. Yeah, go on then. I'll do this one. So yeah, these are all from the book, and this one I haven't done in a while, and I quite like it, so I'm going to do it. It's called Endoskeletal Anonymous. It's sort of like if you had an exoskeleton. Yeah. So here we go. I'm done with this normcore skeleton. Bored of these same old bones. From mandible to metatarsal. All illicit, nothing but groans. This musculoskeletal assortment is a system outdated in mode. I suggest a new means of comportment for this meat sack corporeal load. Overthrow ossified assumptions. Liberate all your viscera too. Too long has vertebral presumption dictated the things we can do. Yes, skin is a remarkable feature, how it rips and reknits and holds in, but the claws of most predatory creatures demonstrate that it's really too thin. Swap those biceps for durable chitin, hard wearing, elastic and tough. Though some may not find it inviting, the trend will catch on soon enough. Renounce axial and appendicular. Too long they've been calling the shots. Once you find a new form that will click with you, all those old joints, you won't miss a jot. Carcinized morphological process proves there's some precedent set. In the new permutations of varied crustaceans, crab-like form is the biggest hit yet. If evolution says fab, what's better than crab? Who are we to dispute nature's art? As those doubts you dispel while you work on that shell, pretty soon you'll discard of that snark. Of course, there's plenty of viable pathways you could take as you metamorphose. You're not stuck twixt a rock and a hard place. Here's some options I'd like to propose. Once your post-spinal deletion, calcareous secretion could be the next step in your plans. All manner of snails go about their travails clad in shells, as do aquatic clams. If with strictly calcite you've got a gripe, aragonite might be more your type. Or perhaps all conchology is unappealing and it's spiders and bees whose swag you are feeling. Internal arachnoid hydraulics may well make you frolic. And each new breath seem a miracle taken in through a spiracle. There's an entomological plethora of external protective matter, and if I had been somewhat cleverer, then objections doubtless would shatter. And if you find it too hard to fully discard of your current construction but still seek disruption, you can opt for both forms in your body reborn. There is some potential to prevaricate. Why not channel the pangolin's protective plates? Armadillos and turtles also hedge their bets with the way their physical structure protects. But in the opinions of zoologists and of vets, they're not truly in the exoskeletal set. But what's taxonomical accuracy when there's so much we'll have to unlearn to be free? Ontological quandaries may well arise when undertaking this novel enterprise. What will it mean to debone human thinking? A new set of values will take time to sink in, such as having a body that's ready for beaches no longer implying great abs. It's now fresh carapace rather than well-toned ass that will keep make the beachgoers keep tabs. Chiropractors will call you unruly, belittle your new chosen form, but I wouldn't worry unduly, disregard their unwarranted scorn. Now listen, they'll say, with a look of dismay, an imperious wave of the hand, your ideas are cute, but they fail to compute. Going boneless, it simply won't stand. Of course, big orthopedics insist that you need it, their training you'd seem to redact. And an osteopath would declare it a gaffe, all such notions seek to counteract. But there's legs in the concept when considered in context, albeit if femur denuded. Galileo was once denounced as a dunce, so of course they will say you're deluded. But if it's a viable mode for changing decapolar, then why not explode what we purport to know? It will start to corrode the tired notional coda, but when physiological questions are posed, the spine is a logical argument closer. Yes, there's more to be done than we might have supposed. Let's decode how to go down this untrodden road to the new mother lode of bodily modifications, a world of evolutionary variations. So join the movement and we'll make no concession. Bring an end to the era of endoskeletal oppression. Thank you. I'll do two more and then I shall get off the stage and we can all go about our lives. But this one, yeah, I'll do the titular poem, which is I Choose the Rhymes. I thought we might have made it. It seems that I was wrong. I thought we were in chorus, but I'm singing my own song. I'd have liked to know what happened if we struck upon our trail, but I know now that's not to be. All these ideas are curtailed. In the end, you must be honest, both to others and yourself. There's no point in pretending. It will skew your mental health. So I'll state it boldly, though with you it doesn't chime. I choose a life in pursuit of the rhyme. I can't offer you a mortgage. I can't promise you a house. I've no interest in investments or life as trad married spouse. I don't want quiet nights in, or at least not as the norm. I don't want cars or kids or a neatly tended lawn. I want words shared round the fire. I want similes well wrought. I want the feeling that's inspired when a grain of truth is caught. Wrapped within a poem, printed on the page, delivered by a speaker standing on the stage. I want the mad jaunts and the travelling chats, a joyful spirit that haunts those who write, sing and rap. I want the rhythm, the meat of a vision to craft, the high that you get when you finish a draft. I want the wisdom, the pathos, the insight, the wit, the smut, the absurdity, the off-kilter skit. The surprise and the wonder, the beauty in words, the new ways of phrasing that you've never heard. The pain, the desire, the anger, the strife, the asides and addendums to this mess we call life. So I guess and at this juncture we must say farewell. I sincerely hope you find that which rings your bell. But should you pose a question, even if 1,000 times, each and every answer will be, I choose the rhymes. I think that's probably a good place to stop, actually. Thank you very much. Lovely to see you. Thank you, Jason, for both publishing me and inviting me back.